stood up and I basically said, there is no reason that the budget's not been passed. The Speaker of the House should be calling us into session so that we can. Now, what happened to that particular appropriations meeting was that the House Appropriations recalled Senate Bill 160, which is a funding bill that would flat fund numbers at last year's amounts. So my days go together. I can't remember if it was the beginning of last week or the week before. I think it was 2 weeks at this point. That Senate Bill 160 passed the House Appropriations Committee unanimously, but bipartisan support. The strange thing is a month earlier that same bill had been proposed in the appropriations, and it was shot down on a partisan line. Every Democrat was against it. Every Republican was for it. And because the Republicans are in the minority in the House, it went nowhere. I am very vocal about the fact that if leadership in both the House and the Senate would require all the lawmakers to stay in Harrisburg. I mean, they have us voting on such crazy things half the time anyway, some nonsense resolutions. If they kept us in Monday through Friday, I guarantee, and not let us break for summer the way they did, I guarantee that we would have a budget in place, and this would not be having the real world consequences that it's having on our community members. So my heart is with Andrea and all these different agencies, and I know that was a mouthful, so I'll stop and
no, that's okay. You have the floor here, and we're obviously so glad. Thank you for calling. What's your prediction? I mean, when do you see this?
And that's the question, right? Everybody wants to know, and if I had a crystal ball, I could tell you. I was originally very happy when they called the House committee into session a few weeks ago to recall Senate Bill 160. And when I stood up in that committee and gave a floor speech, and I shared that on my legislative page to try to bring awareness of the issue. My call to action for the Speaker of the House was, okay, this is past the Appropriations Committee now, which is part of the process. The Speaker needed to call us back into session, and the Speaker of the House is the person who sets the House calendar. She could have immediately called us back into session, and we could have voted on this, and it could have immediately started the process for all that money to roll out the way that it should have 2.5 months ago. So in terms of predictions, unfortunately, the world of politics is just chaos. And you're going to see now with the House members, we are back in session on Monday. We're scheduled for voting session Monday through Wednesday. The Senate is not scheduled for session until the following week. Now, again, leadership in the Senate could call them back at any time. But what you're going to see, and this is extremely frustrating, is you're going to see what is just horribly described as trade bills. That one party and one chamber are going to be leveraging certain bills, and all those stars have to align for there to be some type of consensus before the overall budget is passed. And that, unfortunately, this feels different. This is my third year of a budget season, and every budget I've been a part of has been late. And as somebody that comes from the courtroom setting, when you have a deadline, you don't miss that deadline. It's vital. You have it on the calendar, you have it marked in red, you're setting reminders for advance, like, hey, this deadline's coming. And to just blow past that as a lawmaker, it's irresponsible, and the leadership in both chambers and the governor need to do better.
Charity, we're very grateful that you are not only working for the constituents in Harrisburg, but you're coming back and you're listening to people like Andrea in positions where their hands are so tied. And while your hands are tied too, it's good to have someone that is vocal and even calling into the station. We welcome any elected official who's listening to us talk about matters that are directly related to what your job is. You're always welcome to call in and give us feedback. And I think that, one thing you can say one thing about Charity Grimm Krupa is you are always doing your best to be transparent, and whether you agree with her or not, that's for you to work out. But it's very, very, very noticeable, Charity, and I'm very grateful for that. And as I am sure Andrea and anyone else that you're fighting for is. So thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. And you know what? The one thing I could say, because I do believe that transparency is so important. And the one thing, whether you like me or not, you don't have to guess where I stand on an issue, because I'll tell you. Mm-hmm. You know, now there are certain issues that, and you know, there are issues that are so complex, you know, whether it's getting into the minutia on a pharmacy bill and pharmacy regulations that aren't necessarily hot topic, you know, red versus blue issues. They are very detailed, and you need a level of expertise in that industry. Those types of bills are really hard, because as badly as you want to do the right thing, there is reasonable, educated people have differences of opinion. But I'll tell you, I'll be the first to admit when I don't know. And I like to learn. I like to be educated 360 degrees around an issue. So, you know, I welcome, you know, constructive criticism, feedback, you know, and we may eventually agree to disagree, or you may find out that we've got a lot more in common than what you may think.
I think that's I think that's often the case. At least we've noticed that even just here on the show when we take calls. But again, Charity, keep fighting for the good, and thanks for being a fan of the show.
Thank you.
And of course, the station, Charity, you're welcome to call in, to stop in anytime to address the public on whatever is a hot topic at the time.
Okay, thank you so very much.
Thanks, Charity.
Yeah, thank you, Charity, very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And Andrea, I wanted to ask you, we were talking about this during the break. Now, if the state budget would be passed today, just for an example, now, would you guys get funding immediately, or how would that work?
No, there is approximately a 4 to 6 week delay when the money will get released, and then we would get, so our first reimbursement would be for July, for our expenses in July. Yeah. And then what our coalition is trying to do is they're hoping that they can put an emergency order in place so that the money could come down. So then like August reimbursement, we wouldn't have to wait another 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh.
It might only be maybe 2 to 4 weeks. So we don't know that yet. That's going to be a request, but we don't know how long this is going to play out yet.
And that's not just for you. That's for anybody that gets money from the state.
Yes,
okay.
That would be everyone.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Andrea, the last time you were on the show was for good news, the celebration of the 50 years, and this isn't so good, but I'm glad to know, TJ, I can speak for both of us, that we're grateful that we have people working in this county doing the things that you do, and you know, just trying to keep things together in moments of chaos and such uncertainty. We'll be praying for you. And people, please go to the Fayette County Crime Victims Facebook page, because they do share a lot, and if there is a fundraiser that comes up, you can know about it, and then the contact information is on there if you would like to donate money. And we've said before, you know, and I'm sure you guys see this a lot, it's the people who don't have very much that are so generous, and they'll still send $5 a month, you know, so any amount, big or small, is definitely needed, and especially in times like this, because
It helps. Yeah, the helps with all the operations. And the biggest thing that you'll probably be hearing about would be in November 6th is Fayette Gives. That's through the Community Foundation.
Yes.
We are one of the nonprofits.
Okay.
So please, even then, we donate now or wait till November 6th if that's a better time for you, and choose any of the nonprofits. Even the least amount is $25. So if you have $100 to spare and you want to share it, pick 4 nonprofits that can all use that money. So we'd appreciate it. Again, follow us on Facebook, our website. You can donate. We have a GoFundMe. We have a Give Butter, which is another platform for like a GoFundMe for nonprofits. It's called Give Butter. It's a wonderful new addition.
That's nice.
So yeah, we share that all the time. So it's an easy process. And again,
and share their posts so others can see it as well.
Yeah, and thank you. I appreciate, Kendall.
You're
I appreciate you guys always
allowing
us to come on your show and give our stories out there. So thank you.
Quick break and we'll be back.
And more of
Miller's Greenhouses and Flower Shop. Gorgeous fall mums, pumpkins, and corn stalks, too. Fall is a great time for planting. And to help get you started, trees and shrubs are now 20% off. Inside Miller's Flower Shop, you'll find fall flags, a variety of craft items, beautiful silk, fresh flower arrangements, cemetery decorations, and a whole lot more. Open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 6, Sunday, 11 to 4. Miller's Greenhouses and Flower Shop, Route 119 in Smithfield, 724-564-2696.
Don't fall behind on your home improvement projects. First Federal of Greene County's home improvement loans can help. Planning to remodel your kitchen or bathroom? Considering an addition, patio, or new roof? First Federal offers FHA Title I home improvement loans, home equity loans, construction loans, and owner-builder loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling are the ones to call when you need a dumpster. Red Rooster offers fast, friendly service and provides medium-sized dumpsters that will fit your needs, whether it's a general remodeling project, emptying a house, or doing a summer or fall cleanout. Just call Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling at 724-569-0337 for rates and availability. Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling in Smithfield also offers a 5% military discount. Call 724-569-0337 and look for the Red Rooster.
Yeah, they're the people I trust. It's the place I go. Home Warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
A best in Fayette winner for windows and home improvements, Home Warehouse in Uniontown knows how to make your house a happy home. Seasons are changing. Save on energy costs, keep out drafts, and update your home with beautiful new windows, doors, and storm doors from Home Warehouse, your one-stop shop for all your exterior building needs. Roofing shingles, metal and commercial rubber roofing, shutters, siding, soffit and fascia, railing and decking, as well as driveway cedar, flooring, wood pellets at great prices, and don't forget the dog food. So for selection and hometown service, see Sandy and Donnie at Home Warehouse, Carlsville Street in Uniontown. Shop Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, Saturday till noon, closed Sunday and holidays.
Home Warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Businesses always choose the better business. Look for the Be Better Business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Having Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller fill your prescriptions, offer free prescription delivery, mail out.
MBS Facebook page. Okay, we're back on. So if we go off, just stay tuned because I've been really excited, and I have to give my mom credit, TJ.
Okay.
She discovered Bruce. Bruce is our guest. He is a volunteer. You are a volunteer, correct?
I am actually an employee
of
St. Vincent de Paul's thrift store at Uniontown. It's the 70 North Mount Vernon store. I have recently been made the administrative assistant and thrift store coordinator.
Okay.
Due to the tremendous response from our viewers
on Facebook
over the videos.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's how I learned about Bruce. Obviously, I know what St. Vincent de Paul's store is, but Bruce does these Facebook videos and he showcases things that they're selling at St. Vincent de Paul.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's really nice. And there's honestly, I will tell you, it's been a long time since I've been in there. I didn't realize you guys had so much stuff. Bruce, tell us first about St. Vincent de Paul's thrift store.
So the store at Uniontown, I don't know exactly how long it's been there, but I mean, the St. Vincent de Paul organization is actually an international organization that was founded back in 1833 by a Frenchman. Frederick Ozanam, I believe his name was.
Okay.
And he was actually challenged by his friends to put forth an organization that is dedicated to serving the poor and whatever their needs may be in the most loving and compassionate manner possible. And so we take that upon ourselves, not only with, everything that we get in the store is donated to us. So that's the clothing, the hard goods, all of those kinds of things, but then also
food too.
Yes, we take food donations. We have two food programs in the mornings between 10 and 11. We do breakfast bags for anyone without an ID. You don't need an ID for that one. Then after that, from 11.
What time did you say that was?
That's from 10 to 11.
Okay.
Tuesdays through Fridays. And then the other program is our emergency food box, which actually we're using bags nowadays, but it's still a once a month thing that they do need to come in, have an interview, have their ID with them, and we basically just give them somewhere between like 10 and 20 pounds worth of food.
Oh, okay.
We always get extra stuff. We have Shop and Save is very generous with us. The McDonald's on 21 donates regularly. And so that's one of the things that people love to get is they get this bag of stuff from McDonald's, and it might have apple pie, it might have fish, it might have sausage or eggs or, McGriddles or what have you. So, but we do that Tuesdays through Fridays, and that program goes from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
And anyone can come in with an ID. If you don't have an ID, we also have programs to get you an ID.
Okay.
We also have programs to help you with bill assistance, utilities, and that sort of thing, home heating, that sort of thing. So it's a really amazing organization.
So if someone wants to donate food, what kind of food and how to donate?
We say we would accept any kinds of food. A lot of the churches in the area will make us, peanut butter jelly sandwiches in a bag, and just, we hand those out along with the breakfast bags usually. Or occasionally people will bring yogurt and we'll hand those out with the breakfast bags. But literally anything food-wise helps us. We still have a large pantry. We do try to keep fairly well stocked. There are times where we have to order things off of, from Aldi or something like that. But for the most part, we're able to meet the needs of the community with just the donated food and goods.
And we just talked to Andrea from the Fayette County Crime Victim Center, and there's obviously an uptick. I mean, we see it ourselves being citizens, but just the rise in the number of victims of crimes that they're seeing.
Yes.
How long have you been here at St. Vincent de Paul in Uniontown?
I have actually been, October 1st will be my 1-year anniversary.
Okay, because I know when you called the show about something completely non-related a few weeks ago, you said you had moved in from another state, maybe coming back. We'll get to that. Yeah. But just talking with the people at St. Vincent de Paul's, the thrift store, are you hearing that they're seeing an increase, and maybe even since COVID? I mean, it has at least twice in the last 2 weeks. I've talked to an individual who has had their items stolen from them. These people are living on the streets, and they are still victims of crimes. Some of them violent crimes. And is St. Vincent though seeing? Are the number of people coming in to get an interview for the bags of food, are you guys seeing an increase in that?
Especially with the emergency food bags. And it depends. It varies day to day. And on an average day, we'll give anywhere from 15 to 20 of the breakfast bags away to people. And then for the...
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. And then for the emergency food pantry, the 1 month boxes, we can do, I think there were 3 when I left. The other day we might have done 10 or 12 of them. So it varies for us. But yeah, we're definitely seeing, increasing uptick in not just the food needs, but also requests for clothing.
Yeah.
Furniture.
Sure.
Household goods. Some of these people get thrown out of wherever they were living. They need pots and pans. They need dishes. They need cups. It's everything. And that's one of the things that I love most about St. Vincent de Paul, and especially in this community, is that they support us like crazy. I mean, we have cars pulling up every day bringing us donations, and we basically sort through everything. This goes here, that goes there. This needs to go into the boutique. This needs to go into the regular thrift store. So it's a fascinating process. It's a lot of fun.
Is there anything you don't accept donation wise?
At the moment, we're trying to take everything that we can. Generally, we like to see gently used goods, I guess would be the best way to put that, and we're not trying to have, people just dump absolute junk on us necessarily, but And a lot of the items that we get come from things like estate sales where people have sold, everything their parents
the
had. And then,
leftover
yes,
stuff.
we get the leftovers.
There's still some gems in there, too.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
What is the process for donation? Can somebody drop off at any time?
At any time. Between 10 a.m. and now the hard goods and such, we do end the donations at 1:30 in the afternoon because our furniture store where those are processed is actually closed at 2, except for Saturday or Fridays. We're now open until 7. But any donations can be dropped off of those kinds of goods between 10 and 1:30, and then food donations can be dropped off pretty much any time between 10 and 3 when we're open.
And you're seeing a lot of donations
Yes.
still from
Yes.
people? That's
Well, I
good.
bet you even more
Yeah.
so now because of these Facebook
Yeah.
videos. Because I mean, we will get to how those started. But how did you end up back? Did you start out here in this county, Bruce?
I am a 1967 birthed person at Uniontown Hospital, just up the road here.
Okay.
My dad was a manager for Kmart. His dad before him had his own trucking company, and was. When he retired from that, he was the tire salesman up at Montgomery Ward's up in the Laurel Mall.
Okay.
So I come from a long line of retail family, and after my wife passed in October of 22, I kind of took a couple of years off. I had been with Walmart for about 10 years at that point in time. And when
you weren't living here anymore, right? You came back.
I came back,
Okay.
yeah. After my wife's parents passed, we moved back here. It must have been right around 2020.
Is that from Ohio, you
2018.
said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I spent 30 years in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, I love Columbus.
I absolutely love
It's
the
a
people
great
out there.
city.
Yeah, very much fun. But yeah, once I knew she was going to be, having difficulty, I moved back to where my family was, and they've basically helped me to overcome a lot of things and get back into being a real person.
Back to life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That process of losing her was just debilitating, and there's no other word for it.
Sure.
It's heinous.
And here you are at St. Vincent de Paul's now helping others.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how'd you end up there?
I answered an ad. They were looking for a truck driver to do the deliveries and pickups of furniture and that sort of thing. And I actually worked in that capacity for the first couple of months. And then the person who was working in the back room ended up leaving, and so I kind of just slid into her. I keep falling upwards in this.
That's great.
Is basically what's going on. So
You're a local celebrity to me.
Thank you. So I started processing the donations, and they were very happy with me in that capacity. But one of the things that I noticed this past spring was we had so many donations. I mean, we had one couple actually donated their entire house, everything in their house. They were moving to Colorado.
Wow.
We got all of her shoes, all of her clothes,
Yeah.
all of their dishes, all of their everything, everything.
But you had to get it out of there.
Yeah. And so I'm like, there's so much of it that is good quality, and we're selling these things for $3 or $4. Maybe we could reserve those and put them into a different
category
part of the store.
Sure. Yeah.
And so we actually opened it up. Must have been just after March, like end of March. We opened up in the what's called Samaritan's Well, which is our meeting place. And we ran that out of there for about a month or so, and then Paul, our assistant director, said we need to get this over here, because even though it was a little slow to start, it has just gone gangbusters, and especially now that I've started making videos, bringing people in.
How did you do the videos? How did you start? Is this your idea?
Yeah, no, actually, that was Maria, our director.
Should we take one quick break, TJ, before we get into how Bruce started the videos?
You want to?
Yeah, and then we'll come back and we'll hear
more
how
time.
Bruce started the videos from St. Vincent de Paul. And people go to St. Vincent de Paul's Facebook page,
Yep.
Uniontown, and follow it, because, well, you might see some things you want to buy, but you'll get to see Bruce.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with more of Hot Topics here on WMBS.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
For the best lunch spot in town, visit Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street in Uniontown. Serving up lunch including daily specials and daily dinner specials, including Wednesday pasta and parm nights with chicken parm for $15 and veal parm for $19. And half-priced apps and $1 off drinks during happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 10. Titlows is also booking private parties. Call them today, 724-437-6749, or order online.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
If you've driven by Tireman's Auto Garage, you've probably seen all the 2, 4, and 6-seater golf carts. Well, they're available for sale and financing is available. Interested in running a golf cart? See Joe and Kim at Tireman's Auto Garage about daily, weekly, or monthly rentals. Tireman's Auto Garage, voted best in Fayette for tires and the best prices in town for tires with CIMA and Snap Leasing available. Mill Street, phone 724-425-9606 for Tireman's Auto Garage on Mill Street in Uniontown.
Faith in Blue is back. The annual kickball tournament at Bailey Park in Uniontown connects local law enforcement and faith leaders with the community in an inspiring and family-friendly setting. It is an event that promotes unity, community pride, and most importantly, fun. Faith in Blue will feature free food, games for the kids, photo ops, and of course, the kickball tournament. To register players, which include children ages 6 through 12, in the October 11th tournament, visit myfaithassembly.churchcenter.com.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
All right, back on Hot Topics on this Friday, and we're talking with Bruce here from the St. Vincent de Paul, and a lot of great stories here during the break, Kendall, huh?
Yes, we learned that Bruce is, you tell Bruce real quickly, before we talk about how you got into the Facebook videos that have really been a big smash hit with, I don't know, for me at least, and on Facebook, and I know other people that have seen you on there. Tell us, what was your career, and then what your wife's career was?
So when I got to Penn State, I graduated high school in '85 out in Orfield, Pennsylvania, Parkland High School. It's the one that's shaped like the Millennium Falcon nowadays, but I didn't go to that building. Yeah, there's a famous meme. It's a building that looks like the Millennium Falcon. That's Parkland High School. So when I first got to Penn State, my first gym class was actually bowling, but then my second one, because it's a 7-week, so you get 2 per semester, and the second one was ballroom dancing. And so I had a lot of fun with it. My granddad had been president of VFW Post 47 down here, and so he was a saxophone player. I always loved the music. I thought, I may as well learn to dance to it. And the instructor said, you're doing very well. It was one of those things where I could see a step and I could reproduce it. and I could help other people figure it out as well. So she eventually had me teaching with her as an undergraduate at Penn State main campus. And she also had an international folk dance group. I joined that. I got to perform in so many amazing places up and down the East Coast, including Walt Disney World's Epcot Center, where our group's picture is still in the big golf ball, if you go.
Oh, that's cool.
And then after I left Penn State, I went to Columbus, Ohio. I taught for Fred Astaire Dance Studios and worked for a folk dance group out there called Živali, which was Yugoslav folk dances and songs. And this was early 90s by that point in time, and this was right at the height of the war over there with, Clinton sending troops over. And so we were big news at that point in time. We actually ended up working with Mark Morris, who is a big-time choreographer, New York City, has worked with Baryshnikov and those kind of people. So he came to Columbus, Ohio to work with us, and we premiered a piece called The Office for him. And I actually got my picture on the cover of the New York Times Arts section.
And what did your wife do?
My wife...
Retired as?
My wife was a champion NHRA drag racer. She had a 68 Barracuda Fastback and a 70 Duster that she did Super Pro on, So yeah, she was amazing, and you wouldn't know to look at either one of us that I was the dancer and she was the car mechanic. But and she calls me a turnkey driver, which is exactly what I do. I turn the key, and if something's wrong, I say, "Hey, my brother or my stepson, maybe somebody can help me figure this out," because I'm not mechanically inclined at all.
Great story.
That is a great story.
So how did you start the live streaming?
So the live streaming actually was...
Wait, do you go live or do you just post the videos?
We post the videos.
Okay, got it.
Maria, our director of operations, asked me if I would be interested in making some videos, and it just started innocently enough.
You weren't too shy. You're a dancer.
Yeah. I actually got to perform at a Penn State game when I was there, and this was back when the stadium only held 87,000 people. And it was a halftime show, so I'm guessing at least half of them were in the restroom. So, but at least 40,000 people saw me. And I looked up at those 40,000 people and went, wow, I have much more respect for football players than I ever did before, because that's intimidating to stare up at about that many people.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
And so you weren't too shy to do it, so you said yes.
Yeah.
And then how long have you been doing them?
We started doing those maybe end of April, start of May.
And are you seeing more people coming in?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The thrift store on a daily basis had been doing somewhere between 500 and 800 a day. We're up to over $1,000 a day now. We were on pace to hit 1,100. It got a little slow there with all the crazy weather we've been having, but
and back to school and this and that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the holidays are going to come up again. So,
yes.
but that's great.
Yeah, and now with us being open Friday nights, that's been bringing in more revenue as well.
Yeah, so what are your hours again for the store?
So Friday night we're going to be open 10 until 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday we're open 10 to 3.
Okay. And do you guys do you take volunteers?
We do take volunteers. In fact, we are losing volunteers that, mostly it's elderly folks
They're aging
yes. And so we're losing some of those and not getting the replacements. But especially on Mondays, we could use some people to come in and just, all the volunteers mostly do is hang the clothes that have been donated that we've processed, straighten things, maybe dust furniture. It's not a difficult job, and it is very helpful to us. It makes the store more comfortable, and
Sure.
that's been the really big thing. Is people come in and they say, I just love shopping here. And of course, everybody comes in and says, hey, I saw you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep, that's me. It's nice to be known for something good in Fayette County. So yeah, it's just been an incredible blessing. I mean, a year ago, after dealing with my wife's passing, I was just completely lost. I went from being a husband and a caregiver and a best friend to being nothing, or feeling like nothing, I guess would be the better way to put
You
it.
knew yourself as your husband and
Yeah.
a best
Yeah.
friend to her.
Yeah. And so,
And I'm sure she'd be so happy to see that you
Yeah.
are
Oh, yeah.
feeling alive again and doing things for the good and having an impact not only with people in great need,
Yes.
but also just being so, like, even for us here now at the show and people getting to know you, and maybe that'll draw some people into the store. But you're a friendly face and your voice is so. Even when you called in the show, he called in the show like 2 weeks ago and he said, "Hey, this is Bruce," and I was like, "Bruce," because that's how he starts out all of his shows or his videos rather on Facebook. Hey, this is
Hey,
Bruce.
I'm Bruce.
Hey, this is Bruce. Yeah, and so when I tell people about Bruce, I'm going through and I'll say, "Hey, this is Bruce. Hey, this is Bruce." Yeah, but
So how many of these videos do you do a week?
yeah, how often do you do that?
Yeah.
we do them fairly regularly. I
Okay.
don't think we've been able to get any done this week. It's been kind of crunch time for us. We've had some issues, so but we'll get started back on those. We try to do 1 or 2 a week. As far as the rest of tonight and tomorrow, we do still have furniture half off, and that's both in the thrift store and the furniture store. The furniture store will be open until 7 tonight. The furniture store on other days does close at 2 as opposed to 3, so the thrift store is open a little extra.
Now, what about the donation of furniture? How does that work? Do you guys have? Do people have to get it to you, or can you go pick it up?
It's both, actually. So
Okay.
people, we have not only individuals coming, but we've started having contractors coming, and they come to us and say, "Hey, this hotel told us to just get rid of this stuff. We've been remodeling for them."
Oh,
okay.
And that happened this week. We got some really nice pieces in, and the furniture store is full to bursting.
Okay.
And that's why we're doing the half off on that. So,
If somebody has furniture and maybe someone listening right now, how can they get in touch?
give us a call, 724-439-9188. The gentleman who administers that program is Paul, our assistant director, and he does all of the scheduling for the pickups and deliveries. So we do both. We can pick up furniture that is being donated. We can deliver furniture that you've bought at the store. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
And that's you won't go pick up clothes or other things. Do you do that too, or no?
Generally not.
Okay.
I mean, maybe when that person donated their entire house.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Oh my! But that's great, and I'm sure you obviously love what you're doing.
Oh, I do.
And helping
I
the
do.
community and people.
It does. It makes such a difference with me, feeling like I'm doing something, not just helping the community, not just helping myself by
Yeah.
getting out of the house and
Yeah.
doing something other than feeling sorry for myself. But
We all
And
do
you've
that
probably
sometimes.
made some nice friends
Yeah.
through the store. And you have the public coming in, so, you could end up just meeting plenty of people for various different reasons and
Oh, yeah.
in different ways that you otherwise wouldn't come across, right?
Yes, that's very true.
I mean, I never would have known you if TJ wouldn't have, if we
No.
didn't see you on the Facebook.
well, I guess I should have said at one point in time, long time listener, first time guest.
There you go.
Well, you're welcome on the show anytime, Bruce.
Thank you.
Again, I'm sorry that you've lost your wife, but at the same time, I'm sure she'd be so happy to know that you are walking around with a smile on your face more than you probably predicted that
She
you would.
made me promise.
Yeah. And so again, people, that is St. Vincent de Paul. In Uniontown, and the phone number, is this the phone number that you
Yes, ma'am.
724-439-9188, and it is in Uniontown at 70 North Mount Vernon Avenue Street,
Yep.
right there in the city. It's across from St. Mary's Church. So either make donations, and this is the time, right? It's a
Yes.
change of season.
Oh, yeah.
So people are probably doing a lot of cleaning out.
Yes.
And going into the winter and fall months. So, and my sister-in-law got my nephew's Halloween costume at a thrift store. You know what I mean?
you can
Do you guys
get
have
nice
Halloween
ones.
costumes there right now?
We're starting to get those in now.
Okay.
We were out of them as of last year, and people come in and get those pretty regularly. Like especially with the boutique, we had a Mary Poppins costume.
Oh, like a nice one?
Yeah, like a professional looking Mary Poppins
No way,
costume.
those are expensive.
Yeah, we sold that maybe 6 weeks ago or so ago. Somebody came
That's
in.
a good
and got that.
costume.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the proms or a lot of the dresses that we have are like either prom or wedding type dresses.
Yeah.
But then we also have just an incredible selection of Ralph Lauren, Michael Kors, just all of these brand names, Calvin Klein.
I love consignment thrift stores. I can't justify buying much.
I agree.
Brand new full price. So.
Yeah.
Now, we did get some pushback on our prices in the boutique when we started out, but that was why we went to all of the adult clothing in the thrift store itself is $3 each piece.
Okay.
Except for like socks and underwear and that sort of thing. Those are either $1 or $2.
Yeah.
But I don't want to interrupt you, but we're down to the wire here.
Yeah,
Bruce.
you're fine.
Again, people, please share this show and go see Bruce and everyone else down at St. Vincent de Paul. I know I'm going to. And go follow their Facebook page because you can see what they're offering and their specials and their deals. And it's for such a good cause. So, Bruce, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm so happy I got to meet you.
Likewise. What is your Facebook page, Bruce, by the way?
It's St. Vincent de Paul.
Yeah, it's St. Vincent de Paul Uniontown.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's it. 30
TJ, good
seconds,
show
Ken.
with you today.
It was
It was
great to
fast.
be here.
We need 2 more hours or something.
We do. We can keep talking, right?
I was going to say.
We'll just run over the Democratic
There you go.
hour time.
You said that, not me. All right. No, great show. A lot of great information today.
Yes, people,
Really
please
was.
go and we've been streaming on our WMBS Facebook page, but we had to break it up into 2 because of
Internet.
Yeah, so go and please share both pieces or parts rather, because it was a lot of information that is very, very important to the community.
And I already did it, so.
Thank you, Bruce.
You're welcome.
Take care. See you next week,
ya.
Kendall. And that was Hot Topics for this Friday here on WMBS.
Sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Wendy.